Over the last 25 years, I've had the privilege of interviewing and highlighting some truly interesting people. Everyone who is anyone, both the famous and the infamous, from presidents and their first ladies to kings and queens, movie stars and pop stars, captains of industry, heads of state, sports personalities, innovative entrepreneurs, and some pretty fascinating everyday people. Today, I am very happy to introduce you to Nasreen Bhatt, the first Gujarati-born female CEO and founder of InnerSoul, a self-care beauty brand. Oh, Nasreen, I am so looking forward to this conversation because all things beauty end up in my cash register. Okay, I think I completely fund the entire beauty industry, so I want to know about it. Why don't we start out by hearing just a little bit more about InnerSoul? What can you tell me about the company and why'd you decide to start it?
InnerSoul is a self-care beauty brand that I launched in 2019. I started out with one product, which was InnerSoul hair oil. InnerSoul hair oil is a hair oil that my mom used to put on my hair growing up. And it's a bonding experience from a mother and a daughter. And I've carried these traditions with me and to now modernize the whole entire InnerSoul as a lifestyle brand, but more of a therapeutic process to help you feel your best. Especially during a time right now when so many people are looking for healthier products and alternative solutions to help them make them feel so good at home. So InnerSoul has really become, an impact in families' homes.
So, as I said, what made you start this particular company? I understand the concept of the bonding experience that you had with your mom, but what was it about beauty products that made you say, I think this is the area I want to work in?
So the hair oil, like I've dyed my hair, I've bleached it, I've cut it, and I know my hair was so naturally beautiful before, and it took me a long time to get my own hair back to what it is now. So I went back to everything that I knew, and it helps with dandruff, psoriasis, dry, brittle hair, lice infections. So the vitamin C that's in the hair oil is the most purest vitamin C. And I think it's such a need, to help people feel natural and love their natural beauty and where they come from and acknowledge the textures and get to know, that they're beautiful with their natural hair. And you don't need to feel like you need to dye it and do all these things artificially to make you feel good about yourself.
And
So
that's a
really
very
to embrace.
interesting concept right now because a lot of women from all ethnicities are really moving more towards a natural and organic look, just to, but embracing whoever they see as their inner self. And I love products that empower you to really create your own narrative rather than rely upon somebody else to do it.
Yes. So InnerSoul, that is the whole mission, is to embrace the beauty of being naturally you.
So, Nazreen, what fuels that entrepreneurial fire inside of you?
It's my passion. I truly believe that, to do what you love to do. And I work on the brand day and night, in every single way that I can to perfect it. I've taught myself so much, studied so many of the ingredients that are in the products to make sure that it's healthy for the customers and, healthy for the planet and all the products I use myself. And it's been a journey. It's been quite the journey to see, the self-care even in myself.
So I love that you are sharing your journey as well as sharing your expertise. I know one of the things that is really important to you, and I've read this in your bio, is that you founded Inner Soul and you run Inner Soul with the goal of female empowerment.
Yes.
Why don't you talk to me a little bit about working towards the goal of female empowerment?
So first and foremost, I had to learn how to empower myself. just because of my journey, and I'm still learning every day. I learn that if I have good days and bad days, and if I'm not my best, how can I be be good to others and give them my positivity. And but I feel like to empower, even it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be just a phone call from a friend to a friend, and knowing that that I'm there for someone who's in need, and just there's going through a lot, and we're all going through so much. But just to have that, I think it's so good for the well-being of mental health. I'm very big on, mental health, and really, being good. If you're good to yourself, you can only be good to others.
I tend to agree with you. I sometimes describe life like a big giant pie, and there are multiple slices in it. And women tend to, make sure the family slice is there, make sure the mate slice is there, make sure the children slice is there, make sure the career slice is there. But the health and welfare and well-being of self needs to have its own slice, so that you put it in the pie of importance of your life. And so I think that goes along with the concept of what you have just been talking about. I read, Nasreen, that you've said you've been motivated by a desire for what I'm going to quote, a deeper rooted cleaning within yourself. Why don't you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, so that, I've had so much happen at such a young age in my life, and I've really had to dig deep and really go down into my childhood. And no matter, good or bad, it's just, I've learned that to take these experiences and create my own path to building my own happiness. And, since we're in a whole different time right now, and it's like the clock has pressed like the reset button on so many things. I want to build and create my own traditional experiences and bring those values, even though I carry certain values with me. But when I'm moving forward into a different generation and beyond, I want to make sure that it's truly happiness that I'm bringing in.
And speaking of moving to the next generation and beyond, I know that giving back to the community is also one of the pillars of InnerSoul. Why don't you share how you actually do that?
So every year during the holidays, there is a organization, a company, which I love, and it's so special to me. It's called Trades of Hope. And Trades of Hope, they have handmade pieces from artisans from all around the world. And they're women just like us that will never have the opportunity, to come ever to the United States, but they do the work, and they're creative and they're talented. And every piece that's purchased from them, it helps women, from human trafficking. It helps create jobs. It helps women rise out of poverty, but other artisans as well, just so like it feeds the families. The children have schooling, it's educating. It's such a great organization. And when I first tried on my first piece of jewelry, and just wearing it, it was like, wow, it's more than just purchasing something. It's about wearing these pieces, and I'm helping a child that needs cleft palate surgery for the first time. So to me, Trades of Hope is like every year, to my family, my friends, the people that are close to me, I will add something in there, and every single piece has a story behind it, so they know that you can make so much of a difference. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, but there's people all over that are just so creative and talented, and you can really create jobs.
What a wonderful, wonderful charity. I actually am going to join you in that effort the next holiday season. I promise you that. Let's also talk about your work with the Vinci Science Center. I'm not familiar with it, So tell me a little bit about it and what you're actually doing to further the goals.
Yeah, so I was a biology and organic chemistry major in school. So science to me is so fascinating. It's something that's unknown. It opens your mind up when you're interacting with different formulas and you're experimenting with things that you've never even seen before, you know? So the Da Vinci Science Center is the only science center here in the local community in Lehigh Valley, where I live. So we are building a 67,000 square foot facility to the public, which will open in 2024. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be educational for families. So I'm super excited. They're going to have these touchscreen kiosks, and it's really going to make you understand the human body and the health of your well-being when you step into this. So I'm very excited for this experience.
Thinking about what you have done thus far, using your biology and science background, where do you see InnerSoul going next? You told me you started off with one product line. Now what's going on?
So now we have over 15 plus products. I am super excited because InnerSoul is going to be coming out with a new innovative product. It's going to be great, but with the shampoo, conditioner, we have the face serum, we have InnerSoul Glow, which is an exfoliating mud mask. But I have both short-term and long-term goals. So the new product is going to be a new sustainable product with an innovative formula that is going to launch, I'm thinking mid-July. So I'm excited about that. And one of my personal goals is to give back to my country. Mm-hmm. I've been here for now 15 years in America. So I'm going to give back probably each purchase that we're going to, each purchase from the new sustainable product, the proceeds are going to go to building clean water wells in my country. So we're going to start off with 3 because there's so much poverty and there's no access to clean water.
Okay.
So a portion of
actually, Nasreen, wait a minute. I want to make sure that people are. I'm sorry. I want to make sure that people are aware of where you actually come from. I said that ethnically you're Gazrati, but can you tell me a little bit about the country and the people there?
Yeah. So it's Southeast Asia. It's in India, mm-hmm. and it's a small village called Umrit, India, where it's all Gujarati. Gujarat. My grandfather was a doctor, actually, in the town. We had the biggest doctor office in town. Mm-hmm. So the people, they're just very, you have both sides, both worlds. You have, great, and then you have where it's villages. Mm-hmm. And where my mother is from, it's more of a village area. Where my grandfather's from, it's more of a smaller city. So I've seen both worlds, and now I'm here. So I've seen a lot. And but yeah, to build clean water wells has been a personal goal of mine, and to have people there that are in the villages and be able to provide clean water. Mm-hmm. for them. So you're not walking, 20 miles, 30 miles just to get clean water. So I'm super excited.
Wonderful. And I'm actually very excited for you. I don't think that people fully appreciate what modern technology has done over in this country and more developed areas. Just the thought of we just get up from our chair and we go and we turn the faucet and water's coming mm-hmm. down, and it's water that we can drink, that we can wash our hair in, that we can take a bath in, that we can wash our children in, and we take that for granted. But that very human need for clean water, which is probably our first need as human beings, is clean water, because that's the one thing that we must have in order to sustain ourselves, is not something that everyone in the world can take for granted. And I just really appreciate it that you have made that a priority and you've shared it with our audience today. As we come to a conclusion, think about it for a minute, Nasreen. What is the one thing you'd like the viewer of this video feature to walk away with today?
I would say to be strong, and to always have faith in yourself.
Mm-hmm. What a wonderful way to sort of end and empower other women, young entrepreneurs who are going to be following your footsteps. What I heard in your voice about what you're doing is passion. And so many young people that are just starting out in their careers are just not able to identify what their passion is. And when they do, they get confused on, well, should I get a job first? Should I see the world first? Should I get married this time? Do I wait? Do I have children? There's so many decisions that young people have to make. But there's one piece of advice that, I, as the auntie star of the group, will always give. And that advice is to follow your passion. And if you don't know what it is, realize that one reason for your existence on this earth is to find that passion. Spend that quality time finding what wakes you up in the morning and what's the last thing you think about before you go to sleep at night. And you will have one heck of a successful, healthy, fulfilling life.
Yes. Yes.
Nasreen, congratulations on your success. I wish you the very best.
Thank you so much. It was great meeting you, Star.
Same here.